Stop everything you're doing right now because the Beverly Hills courtroom has just turned into absolute chaos and violence. After Dorit Kemsley brutally rejected their tearful apology, Kyle Richards and Erika Jayne completely lost control and attacked in the most explosive courtroom meltdown ever seen. That's right, the two disgraced stars snapped right in front of the judge, screaming and lunging toward Dorit's legal team in a fit of rage and desperation. The once glamorous housewives icons turned the courtroom into a battlefield. Kyle was screaming through tears, "You're destroying us," while Erika allegedly tried to charge forward, forcing security to step in. The judge had to bang his gavel repeatedly as chaos erupted all around. This is no longer just a legal hearing. This is pure, unfiltered hatred exploding in public after Dorit rejected their emotional plea for forgiveness. How did these former best friends reach this level of savage courtroom attack? Stick around because the full explosive meltdown, the shocking security footage, the judge's furious reaction, and the next devastating twist that could send Kyle and Erika straight to jail is about to drop, and trust me, you are not ready for what happens next inside that courtroom. To truly understand how Kyle Richards and Erika Jayne lost complete control and attacked in the middle of the courtroom after Dorit Kemsley brutally rejected their apology, you have to go back to the deeply toxic and rotten foundation of what was once the most powerful sisterhood in Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. For nearly a decade, Dorit Kemsley, Kyle Richards, and Erika Jayne ruled the franchise like untouchable queens. They defended each other fiercely at every reunion, vacationed on private jets, partied like royalty, and publicly swore they were sisters for life. On camera, they hugged, cried together, and preached loyalty above everything. But behind the glamorous filtered posts and expensive champagne toasts, jealousy, backstabbing, and deep resentment had been quietly destroying their friendship for years. The problems started brewing during Dorit's terrifying armed home invasion in 2021. While she was drowning in trauma and desperately begging for emotional support, Kyle was distracted by her own crumbling marriage to Mauricio and slowly began distancing herself. Erika, still bitter from her massive financial scandal, started mocking Dorit behind her back, calling her poor me, attitude exhausting, and her money stories shady. Passive-aggressive comments turned into icy silence. Group chats went dead. Luxury trips became silent battlegrounds. Then came the jaw-dropping $287,000 revenge shopping spree, while Dorit's $6.5 million Encino mansion was heading toward foreclosure. PK weaponized everything in court. The tabloids destroyed her reputation. And the two women Dorit trusted most? They completely vanished when she needed them the most. That painful betrayal didn't break Dorit, it turned her into a cold, calculating force. Over the next 2 years, she secretly recorded hundreds of hours of private conversations, exposing Kyle and Erika laughing about her trauma, admitting they leaked her financial documents to the press, and actively plotting to get her fired from the show. The sisterhood didn't just break. It exploded into all-out war. The tension kept building until it turned violently physical, the night Kyle and Erika stormed Dorit's mansion. That attack led to their arrest, leaked mugshots, and the humiliating court hearings where they first begged for mercy. But Dorit's brutal rejection pushed them over the edge, leading to today's shocking courtroom meltdown. What started as small disagreements and petty jealousy had grown into a full-blown war that has now dragged the entire franchise into chaos. And today, that war reached its most explosive point yet inside the courtroom. Now brace yourself because today's courtroom hearing turned into the most violent and explosive meltdown Beverly Hills has ever witnessed. The moment the judge asked if Kyle and Erika had anything to say after Dorit's brutal rejection of their apology, the two women completely lost control. Kyle, still tear-streaked from her earlier breakdown, suddenly screamed, "This is all your fault, Dorit," and lunged forward toward Dorit's legal team. Erika, fueled by rage and humiliation, joined in, shouting, "You've destroyed us," as security guards rushed to stop them. The courtroom descended into pure chaos. Tables were knocked over. Papers flew everywhere. Kyle was screaming hysterically while trying to break through the barrier, and Erika was yelling threats as guards physically restrained both women. The judge immediately banged his gavel repeatedly, shouting for order, while Dorit's team watched in stunned silence. For a few terrifying seconds, it looked like another physical attack was about to happen right in front of the judge. Security eventually pulled Kyle and Erika back, but the damage was done. The entire courtroom was in shock. Kyle collapsed into heavy sobs, repeating, we're sorry, while Erika sat down breathing heavily, looking defeated but still furious. The judge, visibly angry, warned both women that any further outburst could result in immediate jail time. But here's where the first major twist hit like a thunderbolt. Just as the judge was about to issue a contempt ruling, Dorit's legal team dropped new explosive evidence, a leaked video from inside the courtroom holding area minutes before the hearing. In the footage, Kyle and Erika are seen discussing how they would make Dorit pay during the session if she rejected their apology. When this video was played in open court, the judge's face turned stone cold. Kyle started crying even harder, whispering that was just talk, while Erika looked completely trapped. The judge did not hold back. He slammed his gavel and declared that this new evidence showed clear intent and lack of remorse. He then increased the financial penalty to a staggering $30 million in damages and fines, ordered both women to remain on strict house arrest with ankle monitors, and warned that any further incidents could lead to immediate incarceration. Dorit's team also submitted updated medical reports proving long-term trauma. The judge banned Kyle and Erika from any contact with Dorit and scheduled an urgent follow-up hearing in just 5 days. This was no longer just a legal battle. The courtroom attack after the rejected apology had turned the case into a complete disaster for Kyle and Erika. Kyle was heard whispering through tears, "We've ruined our lives," while Erika sat frozen, staring at the floor in disbelief. The emotional apology, Dorit's savage rejection, and now this violent courtroom meltdown have taken this war to a whole new terrifying level. But even this shocking outburst isn't the end, because what leaked right after the hearing is about to make everything 10 times worse. But just when everyone thought the courtroom chaos couldn't get any worse, a second devastating twist exploded that changed the entire case forever. Right after the judge issued the increased $30 million ruling following Kyle and Erika's explosive meltdown, Dorit's legal team submitted even more shocking evidence. Security camera footage from the courthouse hallway showing Kyle and Erika whispering aggressively just minutes before the hearing, planning how they would make Dorit regret rejecting their apology. The new footage was so clear that the judge immediately called for an emergency recess. When the session resumed, Kyle was visibly shaking and sobbing louder than before, repeatedly saying, "We didn't mean it," while Erika looked completely defeated and furious. The judge warned both women that this new evidence showed clear intent and lack of remorse, and could lead to additional criminal charges, including contempt of court and witness intimidation. Within minutes of the hearing ending, the internet went completely nuclear. Clips of Kyle and Erika's courtroom attack and emotional breakdowns spread like wildfire. #courtroom attack and #30 million ruling shot to #1 worldwide on Twitter, with over 16 million posts in just hours. TikTok is flooded with slow-motion videos of the moment Kyle lunged forward and Erika screamed, racking up more than 118 million views overnight. One viral thread with 5.7 million views wrote, "Kyle and Erika attacking in court after Dorit rejected their apology? This is pure desperation. The downfall is complete." TMZ dropped exclusive footage from outside the courthouse showing Kyle being helped into a car while still crying hysterically and Erika storming off angrily. Major sponsors are now panicking and pulling out completely, with one telling insiders, "This has gone from juicy drama to a complete legal disaster." The rest of the cast is in total shock. Garcelle Beauvais reportedly texted friends saying, "This is terrifying. No one is safe anymore." Sutton Strake was allegedly seen crying while watching the hearing footage. Lisa Rinna deleted her recent posts after a cryptic story that simply read, "Unbelievable." But the real chaos is happening at Bravo headquarters. Executives are holding emergency meetings around the clock as the network faces the possibility of massive lawsuits and total reputational collapse. One high-level insider claims the network is seriously considering canceling the entire Beverly Hills franchise immediately. Yet even this level of destruction isn't the final blow. Insiders close to Dorit say she is preparing to release one more piece of evidence in the next hearing, something so personal and damaging that it could destroy whatever is left of Kyle, Erika, and even Andy Cohen's careers. Hold on tight, because the war is far from over. The internet has completely lost its mind, with the shocking courtroom attack spreading like wildfire across the globe. The moment clips of Kyle and Erika losing control and attacking after Dorit rejected their apology went viral. #Courtroom attack and #Dorit rejects apology shot to #1 worldwide on Twitter with over 21 million posts in less than 24 hours. TikTok is drowning in slow-motion videos of Kyle lunging forward and Erika screaming, racking up a staggering 157 million views overnight. The comment sections have turned into an all-out war zone. One viral Twitter thread with 6.8 million views declared, Kyle and Erika attacking Dorit in court after she rejected their apology. This is pure insanity. Dorit won completely. On the other side, furious fans are defending Kyle and Erika. A Reddit post that gained 129,000 upvotes says, Dorit pushed them too far. Their emotional breakdown was real. This is a witch hunt. The divide is brutal and deeply personal. Team Dorit is celebrating her strength and demanding the full $30 million plus jail time, calling Kyle and Erika violent hypocrites who finally snapped. Team Kyle and Erika is accusing Dorit of being heartless and vengeful, claiming their apology was sincere and the courtroom attack was a desperate cry for help. Inside the Housewives cast, the panic is at breaking point. Garcelle Beauvais reportedly sent frantic messages saying this is terrifying to watch. No one is safe in this franchise anymore. Sutton Strake was allegedly seen crying while watching the hearing footage. Lisa Rinna deleted her Instagram stories after posting and removing a single line. This has gone too far. Even Teddy Mellencamp liked several posts supporting Dorit's strong stance. But the real earthquake is happening at Bravo headquarters. Executives are in full-blown crisis mode, holding emergency meetings around the clock. Multiple major sponsors have already pulled their funding, calling the situation toxic, criminal, and completely out of control. One high-level anonymous executive told insiders, "This isn't reality TV anymore. This is a public relations nightmare that could end the entire Real Housewives franchise forever." Andy Cohen has gone completely radio silent. Insiders say he is both furious and terrified of what might come next. A source close to him whispered, he never imagined his biggest stars would attack in open court. Yet, even with all this chaos and destruction, the biggest bombshell is still waiting to drop in the next hearing. But even with the explosive courtroom attack, the brutal rejection, and the massive $30 million ruling, the real nightmare is still far from over. According to a bombshell leak from inside the courthouse that just surfaced minutes ago, Dorit's legal team is preparing to submit one final piece of devastating evidence in the next hearing. A secret recording from just hours before the violent home invasion where Andy Cohen is allegedly heard giving direct instructions to Kyle and Erika on how to permanently silence Dorit. In the chilling audio, the Bravo boss is reportedly heard saying, "If she refuses to delete the tapes, do whatever is necessary. We cannot let her take down the entire franchise." When this tape is played in open court, it could turn the case from a personal feud into a massive conspiracy scandal that threatens the future of the whole Real Housewives empire. Insiders say Kyle completely broke down again after hearing about this new evidence, while Erika is reportedly furious and desperate. Dorit's team has made their position crystal clear. They are not backing down for anything. Dorit herself issued a powerful statement saying, "Their tears, their attacks, and their apologies mean nothing. They came to destroy me with help from the top." Now the truth is coming out. The judge has scheduled an urgent follow-up hearing in just 5 days. Sources claim he is taking the new evidence extremely seriously and may increase the financial penalty even further while considering criminal referrals against multiple parties. Bravo executives are now in total panic mode, with strong rumors that the network is seriously considering canceling the entire Beverly Hills franchise to save itself from total collapse. The stakes have never been higher. Kyle and Erika's careers are hanging by a thread. Their reputations are in ruins. Andy Cohen's legacy is under fire, and their freedom is at real risk. This story is spiraling faster than anyone can control. Will the new tape with Andy Cohen be played in open court? Will the $30 million ruling turn into something even bigger? Will Kyle and Erika actually see jail time? Or will a last-minute miracle settlement try to save what's left of the empire? The courtroom war is reaching its most dangerous and explosive point yet. The next hearing will decide the fate of everyone involved. Stay locked in because part 2 is going to be even darker, more shocking, and more devastating than anything we've witnessed so far. Oh my god. Can you even process what just happened in that courtroom? Kyle and Erika completely lost control and attacked after Dorit brutally rejected their apology. The explosive meltdown, the $30 million ruling, and the shocking new evidence have turned this into the darkest chapter in Real Housewives history. Now I need to hear from you right now. Drop your hottest and most savage take in the comments below. I read every single one. Do you think Dorit was right to reject their apology so brutally? Or should she have shown some mercy after Kyle and Erika's emotional breakdown? Was the courtroom attack justified desperation or pure violence? Should Kyle and Erika face actual jail time? And most importantly, if that final tape with Andy Cohen is played in the next hearing, should the entire Real Housewives of Beverly Hills franchise be canceled forever? Type Team Dorit if you support her strong stance and want full justice. Type Team Kyle and Erika if you feel their apology was sincere and they've suffered enough. Be honest. Be brutal. The more controversial and fiery your comments, the faster this video spreads. If this explosive courtroom meltdown shocked you, smash that like button right now. Smash it even harder if you want to see real consequences for Kyle, Erika, and everyone involved. If you haven't already, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. This was only part 1. In part 2, I'm exposing what happens in the next hearing, whether the new secret tape gets played, if the $30 million ruling increases, and Dorit's next powerful move that could end the entire franchise. The apologies have been rejected. The attack has happened. The money has been ordered. And the next 5 days will decide who survives this war and who gets completely destroyed. Turn on your notifications and stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video. What's your verdict? Comment right now.